Hello dear viewer, I'm LeeSuss and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. No, I'm not quite done with this game yet. I did promise to bring you back to show you what it's like to fully renovate a car, which I can very much almost do now. Well, I can to various levels. Oh, the dog's come back. Noah's coming to join in, as he wants to see the cars as well. I've unlocked enough skill levels now that I can now paint cars. So for example, here's a few of my cars. That one's not been done yet. This is my spare parking, but there you go. Look at that, very nice. Very nice. A touch of rust down there, possibly. But this one's now been fully renovated. Let's have a look on here. Pretty good condition overall, as far as that goes. Not worth a huge amount of money. The Bolt Atlanta F Mills are a relatively common car. And over here, something a bit more modern. This thing is the Sakura Moon, which makes me think of maybe, what do you reckon, a Subaru? Or is it more a, I don't know, one of the other Japanese cars maybe? I don't know, I'm not sure. It's a nice little car though, and it's a good colour. Slight variation on the factory paint. You can see the original factory colour there. Oh, actually, that's very different from what I had before. It's not what the colour it was when it came in, but there you go. But it's all done up very nicely. We've got some nice leather seats in there as well. It's a good little car. I can imagine, you know, this being a good car for a very small family, or for, it's pretty compact, isn't it? I think that's what they generally class these things are. But not a bad size, or maybe a businessman driving around. A nice little car for that. Just a 4-cylinder, I think, isn't it? Yeah, basically 4-cylinder engine. Anyway, very nice. This is not what we're going to do. Let's go and look at the next, the first level. Actually, this is first level. Let's go and look at the 0th level of the garage. And here we are. Also, I'm surprised the dog is back in the office. Don't wag your tail at me, cheeky little bugger. Yeah, because it's quite hot in here still, and my computer running doesn't help. Never mind. Here's a bunch of my cars, some of the junkers you've seen before. It's full in here, that's why I've got the other level. It cost me 50k to open the other level up, which is quite a lot for parking, isn't it? There's some very nice cars in here. Make sure, here's one completely done. This thing here makes me think of a little Datsun maybe, or possibly an old Nissan Sunny. I'm not sure, but something like that. But nice little car, nice little graded paint job here. They've not all got to have liveries on them, by the way, like pictures. It doesn't just be colours, but this was a nice effect. I thought it was quite cool for a little classic car, good condition. Here's our beauty, the what's it called, the Typhoon again? Typhoon? Where is it? Yeah, DC Typhoon. I still love this one. Not quite finished it. Now I can paint everything and do the interiors. I'll finish this one up. That's a beauty. It's a real mixture of cars in here. We've got things like this. So for example, before I had the paint thing opened, I had, this is like a Bentley, isn't it, or a roller or something from the look of it. This one I need to do a paint job on it, but the parts are all there. So, you know, I was just waiting on unlocking the painting skill. But this is not what we're going to do today. No, I figured we'd take a real junker from start to finish and really do it back up. Look at this poor little thing here. Look at the state of this rusty jump. Most of it's missing. It's not great, is it really? So we'll move this one back to the garage, and we'll see what we can do to fix it up. And here we are. So this is a Elenti Callope. Callope? Is that 2 L's? 2 L's. Callope? I don't know. It's very cool. It's a car I've had come through to do jobs on a few times, and I'm rather fond of it. It's a rear engine car, which is unique so far. I'm sure there's some others in here, but I haven't seen any others yet. It makes me think of I was going to say an Alfa, probably more of a Citroen type thing. I'm not sure. It's got a European feel to it. Very much the sporty hatchback style. With this is a V6 engine in the back. It's a V6 engine stuffed in the back of this poor car. Like, you know, there's no room. There's no 2 seats in here. If it was a normal size engine, you could probably put another seat in the back. But no, not in this. This is a very cool little car, and we're going to fix it up absolutely completely. And when you see, I think you'll like it as well. It's like a very fun car to be zooming around in. We're not even going to bother analysing what's wrong with it. It's too much of a junker for that. And as you can see, it's one I've literally got from the scrapyard, and I've been buying some from auction recently. I might show you the auction at some point. It's not very interesting. I think I enjoy the barns and the scrapyard more. But there we go. But what we need to do is strip this all down completely. Everything. Not just the suspension and the wheels and all the rest of it. But the whole bally damn lot. Indeed. I do like this car though. I didn't drive one like this, but a long time ago I used to have a company car that was a relatively small hatchback. And I don't know how we got it. I think... Why was it such a good deal? I don't know. But whatever it was only a small hatch, but it had a honking great big engine inside it. And when you get company cars, what you do is you make a request, and then you get a car based upon your rating. You have a rating depending on what job you do in the company. What have I not done here? Oh yes, tie rods. And that gives you a different value of a car. So obviously big managers get big, high value vehicles. Not a big manager. Not really been a manager of any sort, to tell you the truth. I tend to be more of an independent operator. And that's not mysterious. Anyway, so I managed to rate this car, whatever it was. I think it was some good deals on the car, and then it wasn't like an Audi or anything like that, or a BMW, so therefore it didn't have such a high value on it. The company was keen to sell it. And this thing was brilliant though. This engine inside it was absolutely ridiculous. It really flew along. I love that car a great deal. And I left the company before I'd finished the lease up on it, because usually with these company cars you have like a 3 to 4 year lease on them, or you have a certain number of miles depending on what sort of job you do. And I've always done in the past quite a lot of miles, but not usually it's the time that runs out on a vehicle. So I left the company before it was done. By the way, just in case you're wondering, what happens to company cars when they are got rid of in that way? I often wondered. I thought, they go back to the leasing company, they do something else. No, they take them straight to auction. Is what they do in general. Almost from the point where they pick it up from your house and take it away. Your old car goes to auction and they sell it off as is, relatively cheaper at auction. Often these things have got quite a lot of miles on them. They're good deals for usually moderately high spec cars. But in this case, as I say, I left before my lease ran out, so I gave it to one of my colleagues. He said I would like to have this particular car, because I've been enthusing about it so much. And almost immediately, as soon as he got the car off me, he messaged me and said he'd managed to get speeding tickets with the speed caps. So there you go. There's a strong recommendation for you if you like small, fast cars. Since then, I'm older and I don't really drive very fast anymore. I've got different priorities, but I did love that car. Anyway, enough of my blathering and jibber-jabbering. Let's finish stripping this car down, and I can show you some of the new tools we've got. I reckon this thing must have been used for parts, because there's virtually nothing in here. I mean, the engine is pretty much all gone. We are now... Oh, front window's not still there. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, pretty much there. Okay, let's have a little look. Well, that's why. I mean, frame is at 77%. Maybe it's been some sort of crash or something. It's a real state. This is because all the parts are missing. That's why it's 1%, but it's quite a mess. So we're going to fix that up. First things first, the first new tool is this one, which is the welder. Here we go. Now this fixes up the state of the frame. I want to check as well, just be interesting to know. I'm not sure this will completely 100% repair the entire frame, but let's find out. This is a pretty battered frame. Maybe it did. It did. I'm surprised by that, because one of the other cars I used it on, maybe I forgot to use it. One of the other cars still got a spot of rust on it, and I thought I'd done the frame condition on it, but obviously not. We have welded up all the things, which is nice magic, because it's not always possible to fix a car just by welding. That's how insurance fraud happens when you say a car can be repaired. Often they become scrapped because you can't repair them, as far as that goes. But there you go, we're done from here. So that bit's done. That's nice and easy. And also, by the way, you don't have to strip the car down to then weld it. You can do it like painting it. You can do it at any time. It's just a bit of RP. That's all. Next thing we can do is we can repair as many of the parts as we can from in here. Now you notice now that my repair chance is now extremely high. Doesn't mean I can't fail, but it's much higher. Okay, so in fact that one looked like sometimes they vanish off the screen like they do when they get broken. But in this case, in fact, sometimes I repair them so much they go to 100%, then they disappear off the screen. Okay, but I'm just going to bring them all up to at least green. They don't have to be 100%. I don't care if they're a bit below. But generally green is what I want. There you go, 98% is fine for me. And occasionally they still do break. There you go. Also notice that when I... see if I can get one I can show you. Hold on. See, it's now 90, is that 99%? Beyond a certain point, 95%, once it hits yellow, it then goes to 99% to finish, which is nice. But generally speaking, I don't care. I just don't care. Oh, that one broke. There you go, that's fine. The occasional... sometimes it's a little cheap hub for a car. Sometimes it's the engine block that you break when you're doing it. In the long run, despite the repair cost, you're making money. Certain things still can't be repaired. Rubber bushings and things like that can't be repaired, which is a shame. But then it's not really surprising. What are you going to do to a rubber bushing to repair it? Yeah, even a brake servo might be a bit too complicated to repair. That's okay. So some things get scrapped, some things get sold off, and some things you have to buy new ones all the time. Not a problem. You can't have a free... no such thing as a free lunch, as they say. The other thing is I can't yet repair body parts, which is a shame, because I've picked up lots of body parts from the scrapyard. You know what a little magpie I am. I can't help it. I pick everything up from the scrapyard. And it would certainly save a lot on revamping cars if I could repair body parts, but that's that's about 4 levels above this one. Come on. There we go. So this is a delay. I've got rather a lot of stock, so it's delaying everything down. Yeah, repairing. So that's my next big landmark. They're really the only one left as far as that goes. The others are like various time-saving skills and things like that. But really the only ones I say left I've got to do is not that one. More parking would be nice, but once I hit level 35 I get that anyway, because I've got spare skill points saved up. This is what I want, repair body parts. What that means I have no idea, but there you go. I'm sure it'll be amazing when we get to it. And they didn't care about examining car parts when I get them from a junkyard. Discounted shops would be very nice. Not that much to worry about. That's a job, by the way. I'll come back to that one later. What I do is I do a few jobs to raise some cash. Occasionally I buy spare common cars to sell them off, because that's a really good way to make money. The trouble is, if I go to a barn or the junkyard to get common cars, like the F-mills, and then repair them and sell them off, you know, not to top quality, it's almost guaranteed I'm going to see something exciting there that I've not got yet, and I have to buy it. So I don't actually make money, I lose money. So I've got to be ration out. Someone please help me. I have to ration out my trips to places where I can get cars. Anyway, so we repaired what we could. So the question is now to build this car. Now, I don't use this much anymore. I don't use the engine mount much anymore to build the engines. I prefer to do it in here. Although, in real life, I think you could imagine doing repairing the car in this sort of cramped condition. You'd probably rather do it on a rig of some sort and then put it in later. But there we go. See, I've got loads of blocks. The question is, what do I do? Now, with a lot of cars, I'll pick anything in green. But this one, because I particularly like the car, we're going to go with the 100% first, as far as that goes. Going to have no yellow items in here, like the fuel filter or the brake servo. It's going to have 100% items, green items every time, and if I've got 100%, I will put those in there as well. And if I've got any bonus items, you know, items with extra value to them, extra quality to them, which I might do, they're going in here as well. This is not a car I want to sell. So the usual thing, build the car up as we go. And you'll see what a chunky little beast this is. But nothing else. It's nice to see a different car in here sometimes, isn't it? What else do we do? What else should we do now? We can't put the pistons in yet. Oh, that's another one we can do. Another toy. The battery charger. I would often collect like huge numbers of flattened batteries, and now I can charge them for free because batteries are all the same. There's no special batteries in this version of the game, at least. The battery goes in the front, isn't it? What about the air filter base? Yeah, I've got one of those. I doubt I've got an air filter. No, it's unlikely. So what else do we need? We need an air filter. Oh, there's one right there, look. No, not that one. That one. We need an ABS module, probably. I saw we had one of the pumps, but not the module. But we also need a fuel filter, which I saw over there, a standard one like that. We need an alternator, I think, as well, don't we? It's not. No, it's a standard. It's not an i6B. It's just an i6, I think. If not, not to worry. It's a standard alternator. Oh, we need a we need one of these little arms, a V6B arm. Some of these cars, even if they're like a V6B or like a variant like that, doesn't mean they always use those parts from those cars. Sometimes, you know, you'll get a V8 part in here, or you'll get other things in here as well. Get the clips on there. There we go. Fuel filter, and we need to lift it up in a minute. We need to get an arm, a V6B arm. Anything else in here? No. Oh, yeah, we do actually. We need a pump, and we need a module. I do have one. I often have these spare parts around now. Certain things I never seem to have enough spares of. Other ones, it's quite regular to have a spare. Anyway, it's not staying this colour. I'm going to use something a bit more stand out for this car. I think is what I'm going to do. You'll see what horrifying things. Anyone who's ever seen my House Flipper series knows what horrible taste I have and what total lack of colour sense I usually apply. Do we have anything like this? No. Rear mufflers? No. Oh, there we go. There's a plus one. There's a plus quality one in there. Nice. In it goes. What was this here? Front exhaust V6B and 2 muffler. Where was it? This is where I start to get mixed up between them because there's so many sub-variants. How about this? Oh, this is even worse. Look at this. Was it this one? Was it? I do hate the exhaust pieces. There are too many of them. Front exhaust section B, V6B. It's too much for my poor brain if I try to think of the mufflers at the same time. And be quiet, phone. It was these sideways ones, wasn't it? Was it this? I'm going to guess it was. And regret at my leisure if it wasn't. No, there we go. I will hold off on putting in the suspension pieces and everything else. Come on, let me get in here. I want to put these crankshaft bearing caps on. I want to get two of them. Okay. Well, why about we'll do the third one when we put the rod caps in on the pistons. That'll do for now. There you go. Yeah, if driving was better in this game, then I would actually seriously consider putting in, trying this on a racetrack. But no, that's not good enough. What sort of pistons are they? Pistons with con rods. See, there we go, it's a V8. It's a V8 part in there. First of all, let's get the arm on. Was it this one? It was the other one, wasn't it? Again, my brain doesn't seem to pick up this information and retain the information, which is kind of sad. But I am usually thinking of many other things when I'm doing these videos, rather than just this, which is not helpful. Think of one thing at a time. It makes it much. Don't worry about people saying about multitasking. Multitasking is a good thing if you can do it, but don't worry if you can't. Doesn't mean you've got a bad brain. That's what I tell myself. No, it just means that your brain works differently. Quick shortcut there, using the enter keys to scoop through this. I didn't put the filter on. This oil filter down here, we'll do that from underneath in a minute. There we go. Right, now we can put the thing in. That's a pulley, it's a V8 pulley. No. How do you still get it wrong after how many hours you've played this game, me? There we go. And we can check to see if I've got the right armature over here. I have. I just remembered it wrong. That's for the pump, I'd imagine. No, nothing's going on there yet. Have I got any engine heads? No. They are the same. We've got an A and a B. That's nice. I've got a feeling as well, once if we cancel this, I've got a feeling that this is also a special one from here. Yeah, this is in blue. Now, I've not done this yet, but supposedly you can tune. I'm not sure if this is the make of it makes it blue, or if you can tune these certain parts. I've seen certain engine bodies that are blocks that are blue as well, and I think you can charge them. You can what's the word? It's over here. You can tune them up or whatever. This is like I don't know. You can. I don't know the terms. What's wrong with my brain today? You can tune the timing on your car and everything so that the car works better. I don't know what I'm thinking of. What is the it is tuning. It's tuning your car up. You can tune parts on your car to improve the how it functions. How you do that? I haven't the faintest idea. Neither in real life nor the game, because I haven't got that far yet. But hopefully some point in the future I will. But having these blue parts in here is quite good. But you only seem to find those as special items. I haven't got them. I haven't been able to buy them yet from the shops. I'll do that one there. There we go. Single exhaust. I think, no, it's got exhaust on both sides, and it's got an exhaust, it's got a manifold outlet on both sides. So we need an engine head B. Engine head, not a cover. That one, I think. Is that correct? Yeah. I guess the more parts you can tune on your vehicle, the better. More tuning must be more better, mustn't it, really? Another camshaft. No. It's in the wrong button again. We probably need more sparks as well. We'll get those in a minute. But we're actually building this from scratch. This is probably one of the worst vehicles I've seen so far in terms of missing parts. Camshaft bearing V6B. Are you the same? You are. Okay. We can get those in a second. And then we've got was it these ones I just saw? Again, my ability to remember over short periods of time is quite sad, isn't it? Look at that madness, look at that. What is going on with that belt? I presume they don't come in that shape. You just have to stretch them in that shape. What a chunky goddamn engine. Surprised the car isn't lifting up from the weight of it in the back. That has some heavy duty suspension. I got another +1, very nice. Where I got some of these parts from, I have no idea. Okay, we've finally run out. Got some spare spark plugs. That is fine. Gonna need some of those later anyway. Always need more sparks. It's one of those parts, like the bushes, that always wear out, and I don't seem to be able to repair them, which is a bit silly because you can repair spark plugs to a good degree. you just need to, what you do is you clean them up, and then you recheck the gap on. It's a relatively easy job, sort of thing my dad would give to me. That's a simple job when working on the car.